ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। अगजा आननपद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदं तं भक्तानां एकदन्तमुपास्महे। मोदाकरात्तमोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावसन्तकं विलासिलोकरक्षकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते भदैत्यकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकं, नमामि तं विनायकं।
ओम यो वेदादौ स्वरः प्रोक्तो वेदान्ते च प्रतिष्ठितः तस्य प्रकृतिलीनस्य यः परः स महेश्वरः। Please give a cup of water, warm water. Computer on this side.
It's very nice. Live YouTube and can you do live YouTube? Should the record teacher?
ప్లాన్ చేస్తున్న కాన్ఫరెన్స్ ఇక్కడేనా?
కాన్ఫరెన్స్ వేరే ఇది 3 మంది వస్తారు. ఇది చాలా ఇది మన అపార్ట్మెంట్ ఇక్కడ ఫంక్షన్ హాల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. నేను ప్రార్థన
అది ఇంకా
సదాశివ సమారంభం వ్యాస శంకర మధ్యమాం అస్మదాచార్య పర్యంతం వందే గురు పరంపరాం. శంకరం శంకరాచార్యం కేశవం బాదరాయణం భాష్య సూత్రకృతౌ వందే భగవంతౌ పునః పునః. గుకారస్పంధకారేస్య రుకారస్తన్నిరోధకః అంధకార నిరోధిత్వాత్ గురురిత్యభిధీయతే. గురుర్బ్రహ్మా గురుర్విష్ణుః గురుర్దేవో మహేశ్వరః గురు సాక్షాత్ పరం బ్రహ్మ తస్మై శ్రీ గురవే నమః. స్వామినం చిన్మయానందం దయానంద సరస్వతిం వందే తత్వవిదానందం గురుత్రయ పరంపరాం. వందే తత్వవిదానంద స్వామినం నిరపేక్షిణం అద్వైత విద్యామాత్తాండం లోకానుగ్రహకారిణం. మా మాస్టర్ ఆచార్య 2 శ్లోకాలు. ఆయన సంస్కృత పండితులు.
I'm supposed to speak in Telugu or English?
English Telugu వస్తుంది కదా. English because some of our audience most of the people are yeah. Let it go.
Jaya speech full Jaya. Meera Guru
మీరేంటి సార్ పెద్దవారు మీరే వెళ్ళాలి.
Very nicely written verses.
Thank you, sir.
మీరు మా అన్నయ్య గారు ఆయన. మీరు అల్లుడు ఆయన.
Yeah, okay.
అన్నయ్య అల్లుడు అనుకోవద్దు.
Yeah.
ఊరు చెట్టు వారు
Okay. Dayananda Saraswati.
దేనికి
Strilinga only, not Pullinga. Pullinga is not necessary.
Dayanandam Saraswati.
Dayananda Saraswati. That will be fine. Yeah. Here the Strilinga has nothing to do with the gender, it is linguistic.
ఇది తీసేసేయండి.
I will decide. I will change. We follow the
మీరు యూజ్ చేయడం మీకు ఇన్కన్వీనియన్స్ అండి.
Please tell me. Right? So that I can use the instrument.
थोड़ा पीछे ले लो क्या?
ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्री गणेशाय आत्मस्वरूप बंधुगण. So I am very happy to come here with my friend Sri Swami Satchidananda. I have been in Phoenix for quite some time recently. Nearly a month I was in Phoenix. And I was there, I was visiting your father, Kishore Ramnarayan's home. And we had some very good time during that 1 month period. And so soon after that event, it so happened that I was visiting Bangalore briefly for 3 days. Tomorrow morning I will be leaving. And Sri Shamararu was so kind. He kindly invited me, and I too felt like coming here and meeting all of you. So thank you for coming. Thank you for asking me to come here. Now you tell me what shall I do. There is an hour's time for dinner. You can assume that I came for dinner and after dinner I will go away. But there is an hour's time for dinner. Please be seated. And therefore, if you ask me to say something about topic of your interest, I will be glad to do that. From my side, I don't have anything in particular to say to you. This is what is called Sat-sang. In Sat-sang, the way we look at it is an open interactive session. Hence, you can be very free. And, if you want to talk, we will be glad to hear. If you want me to talk on a given topic or a question, I will be glad to respond or answer. That is how it works. The satsang works like that. Very informal, interactional. So please go ahead and tell.
We have come with, I have come with a blank mind, black slate.
Yeah, it's all right.
So,
Good. Not blank mind, empty mind.
Empty mind.
Which means an open mind.
Open mind.
Good. That is great.
Blank slate.
Not blank, open and empty. Blank mind means you will not be able to understand anything. Whereas empty mind means you will be able to grasp and you are open for any idea. Even if it is new, not entirely familiar, sometimes the idea could be entirely unconventional, yet you are willing to examine it. That is called open mind. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Correct, sir. Sorry.
It's all right. Go ahead.
You want to ask?
पुढे काही विचारायचं तर विचारा.
At the interaction, if you are
You are saying something, Amma?
No, it was just, yeah. But if I have always wanted to ask, why does peace get disturbed anyway? One day you are feeling nice and at peace and calm and everything is fine with the world. Another day somebody else's idea comes over and you don't agree with it. And then you feel, no, it's not correct, and then you feel disturbed. So why should this happen? If I am firm and I know this thing, why should my truth clash with somebody else's truth? That is what I would basically like to say. Ask.
Only you should know better why your truth is clashing with
Yeah,
somebody
why
else's
should
truth.
it clash? I mean, I remember one story. Those four blind men, they would go to see the elephant, this thing. One says the tail, it's long and this thing. Another says it's like a,
I know. I know this story.
that story.
Yeah.
So, why can't we see the whole picture? That's what basically, because right now I'm disturbed by all these political hullabaloos that are going on. So that is at the bottom of what I am trying to say.
Okay. You see, I have to look within myself and examine how much am I susceptible or vulnerable to the outside events, things and people. In the outside there are people, there are events and there are things. Some of the things are liked by me or favorable to me, many others are not. A few people are liked by me, likable, but many of them are not. A few events are favorable to me, but many events are not. This is how life is. Life is like this all the time. From the very beginning of creation, life is like that and it is going to be like that only. Till the end of creation, life will be like this only. And there are countless things. Only a few things will be favorable to us, to me. Only a few people I will be able to like. Only a few events I can say good. So this is how we divide the society into people whom I like and whom I don't like, or people who are good and who are not good. Things, favorable, unfavorable, liked, disliked. And events, you expect events to happen, to fit into your expectation, your agenda. You means not you, I am saying in general. Now when you keep your consciousness in that mode, you are very vulnerable and very susceptible for unhappiness and sorrow, because the things cannot be entirely in your favor, the people cannot be favorable to you all the time, the events cannot happen as per your expectation, and therefore you become vulnerable and you are just waiting to become unhappy. And you would end up becoming unhappy. So you have to examine your own consciousness and you have to ask the question, can I become immune? There is a thing called immunity in the physical body, and there is a branch of science called immunology. And so the body is immune. The body cannot expect the atmosphere to be entirely free from pathogens. The body cannot expect like that. The body is prepared for the presence of pathogens in the environs. In spite of the presence of pathogens, the body remains healthy because the body has that immunity. Suppose the body loses immunity, then the person has to be kept inside a sterile atmosphere, which is not a healthy existence. The person becomes sick immediately. So fortunately, the body has immunity. Only the mind doesn't have immunity, it seems. It seems that we are very vulnerable psychologically, that we allow the variety of events that are happening around to disturb us. We allow the people to perturb us, to make us unhappy. And obviously, we have such an agenda, endless agenda of the creation, of the world, that almost every event that happens, actually, maybe one or two exceptions, most of the events that happen are capable of disturbing our inner peace.
So you see, in this
Just
case,
please listen to me. Please listen to me.
yeah.
Try to receive what I am saying instead of blocking what I am saying.
No, I'm not.
No, just listen to me. Therefore, you look into your consciousness and see how you allowed your consciousness to be so vulnerable by the things around, physical things, people and events. There is no intelligence in it. The intelligent living consists of developing a kind of a psychological immunity by which whatever be the things around, you remain in repose. Whatever be the people around, you are not perturbed. Whatever be the events that are happening, you remain with a modicum of quietude inwardly. You have to develop it. Therefore, the answer to your question is, you have to develop that kind of a psychological immunity in your consciousness. And that will make you a very happy and a fulfilled person. So that is the answer to your question.
Guruji.
Yeah.
So actually,
Now you don't make a question out of another question.
right. Okay.
And then let us not have a debate about this.
No, I'm just.
You ask a question, independent question. Okay.
So, how to keep, let us say, bad thoughts out of the mind, and how to keep only good thoughts, or how to make that good thoughts only will come to your mind. For example, if something goes wrong somewhere, immediately some bad thought comes to our mind first, rather than becoming a motivational thought or improvement thought or better thought. First bad thought comes to our mind. This might have gone wrong. So how to develop to see that you get only good thoughts and you remove bad thoughts from your mind, or it will not come to your mind.
You see, you have prepared a wonderful agenda for your mind. You want, I tell you, do you know what will be the thought in your mind the next moment? No. Right? You call it your mind. But you do not know what will be the thought the next moment in the so-called your mind. Therefore, it is not your mind. It is mine. Okay? Remove this my mind idea. It is mine. And be observant. Be a witness, what we call in Vedanta, be a witness to the mind. And then, what do you mean by bad thoughts? Why are you so judgmental? The thought has come. Be aware of the thought. Don't give a label to it, it is bad thought. As I already mentioned, you don't know what the next thought would be. And whatever thought comes, oh, this thought has come. Like that you examine it, you watch it. If the thought is not appropriate, be aware of that. Suppose you get a thought of jealousy. You feel jealous about somebody else. Now, you be aware of that, acknowledge. So, here it is, jealousy. There is jealousy in this mind. I am aware of it. Obviously, jealousy is not a very happy thought. it makes you unhappy. Therefore, jealousy hurts. Jealousy doesn't make you feel good. So be aware of it. When you are aware of the thought as it is, without condemning it, without condemning yourself for having such a thought, without condemning karma, prarabdha, God or somebody else who has put that thought in you. So without condemning anything, without cursing yourself or cursing something else, just in a very neutral, witnessing way, be aware of the thought, even without labeling it as bad or good. You may not be able to understand what I am saying. You need to study some philosophy. Just listen to what I am saying without blocking it, without psychologically resisting it. You do this much what I have said, you will notice that your mind becomes very quiet and you will not be disturbed by your own thoughts. Please do that. Don't come out with a question out of a question out of a question. When you do that, that only makes my job more difficult. And that also proves that you are not accepting what I am saying. I am not suggesting you should accept and gulp it down, no. I am only suggesting what I say, you listen to it, you receive it without blocking it, and then think about it. That is all I want you to do. Yeah.
You were comparing physical immunity and immunity.
An example I gave.
Now, for developing physical immunity, we do exercises, eat good food, and keep hygienic, take some doses.
Good.
That way, to develop this immunity, whatever you are speaking, is there methodology, exercises, or any recommendation?
Yes. Methodology is there, exercises are there, recommendation I am willing to do, but I have a doubt you will not follow any of those things.
No, I mean, when you recommend few things, if it suits to my lifestyle or my thinking, I definitely will.
No, that is not a recommendation. You don't go to a physician and ask for a medicine that suits your lifestyle.
Like somebody will say do meditation, sit in the morning quietly, or do some verses, or...
Now, are you willing to sacrifice something or not? Are you willing to follow some discipline or not?
Yes, discipline, every day we follow.
No, not like that. You asked me a question. To gain psychological immunity, do I have any recommendation? Suppose I may give the recommendation. It should fit into your agenda. Already you are preparing, it should fit into your agenda. What kind of advice it could be? Now are you willing to, at least theoretically, at least for the sake of...
two things, depending on my...
అందరికీ ఇప్పుడు మన శశిరావు మాస్టారు గురుగారినేమోను ఆత్మస్వరూపం అంటే ఏమిటి అని ప్రశ్నించారు. దానికి ఆయన వివరణ చెప్తున్నారు. ఆ స్టేజ్ లో ఉన్నాం. కంటిన్యూ చేయండి ఇక్కడి నుంచి.
యూట్యూబ్ లింక్ ఏమైనా ఉందా సార్?
It sounds like a very exotic word, but it only means this much. Atma is you here and now. Okay? Now, you, when I say you, I am not pointing a finger at an elderly gentleman called Satchidananda. Okay? The general style of speaking. So, you think so many things about yourself which are not your true self. It is like people wear what is called a Sunday suit. So, you put on the Sunday suit. And the Sunday suit, you are not the Sunday suit, right? By evening you put out the suit and put to the peg. You are not the Sunday suit. Just because you put it on for a short while, you are not the Sunday suit. The body is like the Sunday suit. Therefore, you are not the body. But then there are so many attributes connected to the body, and you take yourself to be the body. All the attributes of the body also you take yourself, take as yourself. Therefore, first you should stop this identification with the physical body, stop identification with the attributes of the physical body, and just be a witness to the physical body. And the same rule applies to the mind also, to be a witness to the mind, as I have explained to our friend there. And that is your Swarupa. The witnessing awareness is your Swarupa. That is the briefest possible answer that I could think of. Yeah, witnessing awareness. Witnessing awareness. Not witnessing the awareness. Witnessing awareness. The awareness that witnesses the body-mind. That is the Sakshi Chaitanyam. That is the Atma. You go ahead and ask, unless it makes you feel embarrassed. Okay. I don't answer the question on his behalf. I will tell on my behalf. You see, if I say there is a flaw in your question, do you mind? Okay. You see, are you not aware of a few things, and is that not jnana? You are with jnana yoga, even while doing karma. Okay. I am supposed to be jnana yoga person, but then I too perform a few karmas. Therefore, there is jnana with me, and karma also with me, as much as there is jnanam with you and karma is also with you. Therefore, it is as though you are karma yoga people and I am jnana yoga people. On that premise, your question sounds like that. Therefore, it is not correct. You have karma and jnanam in you, as much as I have karma and jnanam in my life. Maybe you can say karma is predominant in your life, whereas jnanam is predominant in my life. That is how you assume, right? Well, that is not the point. Because there is a jnanam and there is karma in everybody's life. And it should be there also. The question could be, why, Swamiji, you have taken to the life of a mendicant? Is that your question, sir? Yeah, okay. You too have jnana yoga with you. Okay. Okay, you please accept what I said. You have jnana yoga and you have karma yoga also, as much as I have jnana yoga and I have karma yoga. So your question I reinterpret or rephrase it with your permission. The question is, why, Swamiji, you have taken to this life of a mendicant? Can I take that as the question? The answer is, I do not feel that I have taken, after a great deliberation, to this life of a mendicant. I do not feel that way. I feel, in fact, I experience that there is a supreme will is guiding our lives. As per that will, this upadhi has become a sannyasi. That is how I feel. Now you are going to give us bhiksha at 7:30, right? I am assured. Because we have a drive, long drive. Again, tomorrow early morning I have to go. That's why I wanted some assurance from you. Yeah. From Secunderabad, Andhra Pradesh. Yeah. I told you, by the supreme will, I was inspired by Swami Vivekananda's teachings in the childhood. As a kid, I with a few other friends, we used to read a lot of literature, Sanskrit literature also, Telugu, classical Telugu literature, And as part of that effort, I was reading Vivekananda's life history by Swami Chirantanananda, the very classical book, Vivekananda Jivita Charitra by Swami Chirantanananda in Telugu. Nowadays it is not popular because that Telugu was classical Telugu. And, we knew a lot of Telugu and Sanskrit even as kids. We were studying it. Therefore, I studied that book. I was very much inspired. That I can say that was the first seed of that renunciation maybe. So Bhagavan has made me this. I did not make myself into this. I don't have the capacity to do that much. Bhagavan has made me into this. Gurus have made and Bhagavan has made. That is the background. Enlightenment of what? So, suppose I watch my mind. It is a meditation. Meditation is not some kind of a special self-enclosing activity. Meditation, you are aware of what is going on in your mind. In fact, in some of these formal meditations, they begin with the body. They watch body part by part. And then they watch the sensations. Even as you sit, you can see the sensations in the body changeful from limb to limb to limb, part to part to part. The sensations are variable. You are aware of all those sensations. And then you watch the breath. You don't try to manipulate the breath, just watch it. Gradually, the watchfulness in you will enhance. You can even feel the ingoing breath is cold. It is relatively cold when compared with the outgoing breath, which is a bit warm. You can feel the sense of touch of the breath at the tip of the nose or nostrils. Also, you can feel that a small gradient in the temperature, cold versus hot. That kind of a watchfulness you develop. Then you come to the mind. Then you watch the mind. And then you will understand your mind. Now, if you say, don't I understand my mind now? I say no. That's why you don't have any command over your mind. You means not you. In general, I am answering. Therefore, we people don't know how our mind is functioning. We are utterly ignorant of the movement of our own mind. That's why mind takes us for a ride. We don't have any say in the movement of the mind. That situation will totally alter when you start watching the mind and you become aware of the movement of the mind. And then you become enlightened about the movement of the mind. That is enlightenment. When you watch the breath, gradually you will come to realize the secrets hidden in the breath itself. Breath is life. People know only to live. They don't know what is life. They are busy with living without ever knowing what is life. Breath is life. Breath is death. When you inhale, it is life. When you exhale, it is death. Life and death are together. That is one secret hidden in the breath. You become aware of all those secrets. That is enlightenment of breath. Therefore, the enlightenment is not like a term which is hanging there. It is always about something. Enlightenment of something. Therefore, that is you come to know. Oh, this is like this. That is enlightenment. Training moksha is behaving with divine gunas. See, there is a divinity called Daivatvam, divinity. It is divinity, not a physical form called God. It is godliness, not a gentleman called God. Okay? Godliness. Electricity, I give you an example. Electricity. Is it Mr. Electricity or is it a power called electricity? Tell me. You did not get the question even? It's a form of energy. It is energy or it is a form of energy. It is not Mr. Electricity. Godliness is like that. It is not Mr. God. It is godliness. Okay? Are you following? And where is this godliness? You say Mr. God, maybe in the seventh heaven. But if it is godliness, it is not in the seventh heaven. Suppose you help a person in distress. He says, sir, you are a God-like person. You are godly to me. That is what he says. That means he has experienced the godliness in you. Suppose somebody has helped you in a very distressful situation. Then you feel, oh, there is godliness in him. In fact, there is an expression, oh, God came in his form and helped me. Therefore, you assume that a God who is sitting in the seventh heaven descended this person and came and helped you. You need not assume like that. That is only a mere belief. Fact is, there is godliness in the other person which came out, which manifested and helped you. Therefore, godliness is in the other person who helped you. Suppose you bring out the godliness in you, it will come out. The divinity, godliness also called divinity, if you call Mr. God, he must be sitting in some palace with an address. Whereas if it is divinity, he is everywhere. He is in your heart, in my heart, in his heart, in her heart. Every heart there is divinity. The God that we are worshipping outside, unknowingly, is our own divinity, your own innate divinity. Innate divinity, you project it outside and you worship outside as though it is other than you. But the fact is that the God that you are worshipping in the outside is already present in you. The divinity is within you. And this divinity remains covered by our worldliness, our greed, our ambition, our cruelty, our violence, our viciousness, our absence of generosity, our selfishness, our crookedness, our craftiness, our jealousies, our attachments and our aversions. Because of all these things, that godliness remains hidden and covered up. You remove all these dross from your consciousness, and the godliness will flow out. That welling up of godliness from your heart is called moksha. Very true. The same topic, Ramana Maharshi's most famous verse, Hridaya Kuhara Madhye Kevalam Brahmamatram Yaha Mahamiti Sakshad Atmarupena Ati. This cave of the heart. Why cave? Because it is a hidden place. What you put on the face is visible to everybody, but what is inside the heart is not known even to yourself. That's why it is the cave of the heart. The center of the cave of the heart lies Brahma, the godliness, the divinity. It is sitting there. And it is one without the second. There is no division in it. All division is in the mind here, none here. That Brahma, that reality, that supreme reality, that truth, that Brahma, that godliness, or that God, if you will, is shining brilliantly the form of Aham. Aham. Aham means Nenu, Nenu in Telugu, is shining like that. That sense of Nenu, Nenu, Nenu is originating from the divinity within. And to find out that Nenu, the origin of that Aham, you have discovered the divinity itself. This is the message of Sri Ramana Maharshi. I am glad that you reminded me. Ramana Maharshi's Jayanti is today. 2 days back in Hyderabad, they have conducted Ramana Maharshi Jayanti. They told, for some reason we will not be able to do it on exact day. It doesn't matter one day before or one day later. Now, today is the Ramana Jayanti. Om Bhagavate Ramanaya. Yeah, you have to persevere. You do have perseverance in you. That's why you are sitting in this wonderful, wonderful building. You persevered with your studies, with your engineering, with your software skills. Are you a software engineer? Yeah. You are not an ordinary guy. So you are engineer. And that too, you deal with search engines, etc., data mining and all that. Yeah. You must be aware of all the algorithms and all that. So you are a very accomplished gentleman. But that happened because of perseverance. So, we people, we get whatever we desire. Get. Only we do not desire the right way. You desire the worldly things, and so you end up getting them. You desire the spirituality, the divinity, you get it. Therefore, you have to persevere. Without persevering, suppose you want to lose some weight. Just looking at the gym, you don't lose weight. And by just visiting like a dignitary, the gym, you don't lose weight. Huh? You go there must be a trainer there, take the lessons take advice from him, and practice there. How many days you have to practice in the gym? I tell you, till your last breath, you can practice in the gym without ever visiting a hospital. You can do that. Yes, you choose between a gym and a hospital. So, Sri Narendra Modi ji, our beloved Prime Minister, is talking of Fit India. So, you go to the gym every day, men and women, young and old. Old people have to do a different set of exercises, whereas the young will have to do a different set. You choose what is right for you, taking the right advice from a trained person, and you persevere. That way, you remain healthy. If you want health, you deserve health. Certainly, if you want freedom, divinity manifest in your life, deserve it by persevering. Do it, you will get it. Yeah, go ahead, sir. No, go ahead. Suppose the Sunday suit becomes torn into pieces, into rags. You are that nothing happens to you. Whatever can happen to the Sunday suit. Nothing happens to you. The same thing applies to the body and you. Body was born and has to die. What are the primary causes of death? So in a hospital, they wrote 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of a mathematics professor, a Polish professor by name Daimansky. He was studying Vedanta with me. He happened to visit that hospital and saw primary causes of death are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some heart cancer, this and that. He caught hold of the doctor and said, you have to change that. You have to add one more. That one more, not sixth. That one more you have to put in the first place.
So I should
No. Then what is it? Taking birth. Cause of death, the primary cause of death is taking birth. Sri Krishna says in Gita, Yatasya hi dhruvo mrutyuhu. Death is a certainty for the one which has taken birth. For the one which has taken the birth. Which Swamiji used to say, Swami Dayananda Saraswati Maharaj used to say. I was sitting and listening to him. He says, death is a certain, not for us, for the one who has taken birth. Not for us. There is no death for you. Body is never lived. It is dead already. It is a carcass. It's a cadaver. There is no death for you. You are deathless. Please know that. Liberate. So with that note of Amrutatvam, immortality, let us conclude the satsang. Okay? Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Nat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti. Thank you for your kind attention.